Okay, this is Equal Surf Ireland Crypto, and I am back with a couple of altcoins. I'll do a market update later. So I hope everybody's keeping well out there in the crypto world. It's been topsy-turvy. Bitcoin's doing its fake outs. It's going up, it's going down. It's, making you buy things, thinking it's going down. You're DCAing in and it's pulling back up and you're like, oh my God, yes. And then you're buying again and then it drops down $1,000. Okay, so this is typical Bitcoin, kind of make up its mind what it's going to do. So how are the alts been affected? Well, this is Luna. Luna, I love Luna and I have a lot of Luna, which is lovely. But this baby here, we'll just go look at the trend. Okay, so the trend, it did kind of break the trend, and we'll take a gander here. It's actually from around there to around here. And it's just broken into trend now there again. I'll go to the daily, and it's trying to get back into the overall uptrend. And we have, I think we'll close above it. And we've got a bullish engulfing daily candle here now as well. You can see that quite clearly. I'm just going to get my arrow. And there's your bullish engulfing candle here compared to this baby. So if that closes up here, yeah, I would reckon we're going back up. And why is Luna dropping? Well, Luna's dropping because of a load of like FUD, which is, fear, uncertainty, doubt, created by the market, and way exaggerated stuff to do with UST or UST, US Terra being depegged from the dollar because there's so much pressure on it. Anchor protocol essentially not having enough in the kitty to cover the 19.48% yield you'll get. That's just the very, very basics of it. I'm not going to go deep into it, but in my opinion, it's a fantastic time to buy Luna. It's had a huge correction here now. So where would I see it going? So firstly, we're going to pull a fib here. Okay, so I'm going to get my fib retracement, and I'm going to pull it from the top here, 87 of the move down here. And these would be your different levels here, guys, where I would see it breaking back up to. Okay, so I'll just put in those levels. Okay, so these would be the overall structure, the Fibonacci retracement. In yellow here, we have our golden pocket. I'm a lover, real golden pocket man. I love this. Between the 0.618 and the 0.786, we would see the move gradually, eventually move back to this area between $70, $74, and $78. Okay, now between the 0.5 and the 0.618, you can see you can sometimes get a reversal. And what I mean by that, well, we could see a move something like similar to, let's say, this, where you'd get the breakout. It would break up through the different levels, and then it would come somewhere in around here, or hit the 0.618, or you might just get between $65 and $70 and get a retracement back down. Okay, it might come back and retest there. Okay, something like that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that's something I'll be watching for between the 0.5 fib and the 0.618. It can the other thing it can do is it can just break straight up here and start breaking through the different levels, make it into support, make the different fibs into support. This one goes straight up and start breaking into the golden pocket. Okay, so I do think it's exaggerated, the FUD and the absolute, stuff being, exaggerated here about Luna. Okay, but that's my opinion to Luna. I do think it is, still highly undervalued. There's over 200 projects coming on board this year, and other protocols being added into Anchor protocol. You've got DOT, you've got Sol coming in as well, which mean into the Anchor protocol, so that will make it explode. And UST, the 200 other projects that will be using UST this year coming on board. So Luna or UST will more of it's bought, more Luna will be burnt, and Luna will become more expensive. So this is my thinking on Luna, right? So you're in a falling wedge. I do expect it to start coming up to the $54 area. Now if we close today bullish on the daily candle, which is here, you can see quite clearly here. If we close a bullish engulf, that'd be very, very nice, and we'd have a continuation then up to the $54 region. Now again, this is all dependent on what Bitcoin does. I do think though the correction on Luna has been way over exaggerated. Everything else has had their correction, but Luna never did really correct until now. Okay, so I would like to see it start moving up to 54. If we break 54.11, we're moving towards $60 region. Okay, so this is what we're kind of looking at in the short term on the 4. Okay, so you can see a nice rounded bottom here. Might become a bit clearer in the 2 hour or 1 hour. Lovely rounded bottom. That's kind of its bottoming out, and we're moving up a small bit there now. So $54.11 once we make this into support here. 51 30 where are we? 50 what? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, 51 around that area. We make this a support. This is our trend line. We've come back into it and we've held it. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the stochastic. Okay, this is our daily right at the bottom, turning up now. We're still oversold, which is quite nice. Obviously the lower time frames are going to be very, very high up at the top. The hourly is at the very top, as I said, overbought. The 3 hourly is on its way up the top. The 4 hourly still has a long way to go to get overbought. So we can still see a nice push on Luna. The hourly, or the 12 hourly, is just turned up. Let's take a look at the really short term. 30 minute is coming down, and the 15 minute is curling back up. So I could still see a continued push here on Luna. For this even to come up here, the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes should probably be coming down. Okay, so I still see a push on Luna here, guys, coming on. And if we just go to the 4 hour for a second, this is what I'm expecting. In a falling wedge broken out, and I had this plotted yesterday or the day before, and I did expect that trend, the resistance line here to break, and it broke quite nicely. Okay, so this is Luna. Okay, awesome, guys. Okay, this is Poker Bridge. All right, this is a favorite of mine as well. I love it. Highly undervalued in my opinion. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things here really quickly. We had a support, we had a downtrend, and it broke down. So what was that? That was a descending wedge. Okay, so we fell down through that. Target came down, hit that, bounced back up, came up, retested it, and failed and broke back down. We then broke down through the whole overall falling wedge and fell out. Okay, so we fell out. We did a bit of a double bottom. Okay, bang, 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 as I'd said previously. Came back up, retested the support of the falling wedge, which you can see here clearly, the yellow line, and came back into it. What are we doing now? We're just ranging, almost ranging like we're ranging in some sort of a bull flag. Okay, and if I measure, like, we're still being held down by this massive resistance here in yellow. Okay, you can see this here quite clearly. Up, tap it, bounce, back down. Up, tap it again, back down. Up, tap it again, back down. But what did I say to you previously? Our inflection point was the 40 cent region, and we keep bouncing back to the 40 cent region, baking up. Okay, jump up, back down, holding it, up, back down, falling through it, coming back and holding it, back up, down again, holding it, falling down just below it, back up again, holding 40 cent. Okay, we're up and down. I did even say 46 cent was a target of ours, which we did hit back here a couple of times. And we came back down with this pressure here from the falling wedge resistance. We've come back up here again, bang, 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 down again, fell down through it today, bought back up, gobbled back up, straight up to 40 cent, where we're at again right now. Okay, so 40 cent, major inflection point. Okay, so that's the POC, the point of control of the overall move. We're still being pushed down, okay, in this downtrend. Big, big, nasty, disgusting downtrend. You can see it here. This is the 8 hour chart. We're looking at the yellow line pushing us down, okay? And downtrends are there to be broken, and it will be broken. This will be broken, guys, and we will pop back up. And where are we going to go? How are we going to get back out of this, and where do you think we'll end up? Well, we found that with our fib, okay? So I'm just going to go to the daily for a second, and look, the daily is really disgusting, okay? That's a beautiful downtrend if you were a bear, but you all wanted it to go up, okay? So this will be break, and like everything else, it will break. All right, so we'll start from here with our fib, come back down, just pull it right down, and these are regions where I would expect it to start making a move back up to eventually. Since this is a daily downtrend, this won't happen directly. I would be expecting a move up to the, golden pocket. I've been saying this for so long right now, and you're all probably thinking I'm crazy, but it will. This will go back up to between 93 cent and $1.17. We might even have a retracement, break through 84 cent and back down again. Okay, but I do expect this to make a move back up around this region. Okay, guys? So this is Poker Bridge. That's just a quick review. I'm just going to see what it'll do in the immediate short term. So right now in the short term, this is the 8 hour chart. Now I just put it, in so we can see it clearly because there's a lot of wicks. I do expect it to start moving up this direction. Okay, so there's your flag, break up. There's your actual flag, sorry, there's your pole. I hope you're all with me. I might zoom out there or zoom down. This is your flag, okay? This is your pole, and there's our pole coming out the other end. And where does it end up? 54 cents. So I've got an immediate target of 54 cents. Once it breaks here at around 46 cents, we're looking at 54 cents. And what is that coinciding with? Well, let's take a look, see if it's coinciding with any of the fibs that I've put in previously. Yes, the 0.236 fib here is 0.54. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at in the immediate short term. And then what that do, that would coincide that we're breaking out of the downtrend, and the downtrend is broken overall. And that's what we want to see. We're coming very, very close into the apex here now, guys. And the more you go in there, the tighter it gets. We can take a look at the volume, and we have a volume dropping off as well as we're going into the apex. You can see this quite clearly here. It's dropping down, and the closer we get in here, it's getting lower and lower and lower. That means there'll be a pop, okay? A pop, and that's what I'm expecting. All right, so that's Poker Bridge, guys. Keep the faith, okay? And, you know, things will change eventually. The market is getting tired. You know, there's very, very few people left hanging on. But let's see what Bitcoin does. It's leading the market. Look, I do believe an alt season will come, and we will have our day. All right, but I do like that 8-hour candle right now on Poker Bridge. Big, massive wick underneath here. Lots of buying pressure up, gobbled straight up. That's very bullish. All right, so this is Equal Stuff Ireland Crypto. Yeah, give me a subscribe, guys, and give me a like. This is Poker Bridge. Awesome. Okay, this is Rune. Rune is just going to be short and sweet here in a nice formation here. Okay, right into the apex. It looks like it's getting ready to do something. Right into the apex. If this does pop the resistance here, you've got a touch here, back down, up in. We're getting tight into the apex. We're looking at a $5.40 move, 30% move on Rune if it pops up past this resistance here. That's what I'd be expecting. If it breaks down, you know, we're looking at $2 something, but that'd be the worst case if Bitcoin decides to just drop off the face of the earth. Okay, but right now this is getting tighter. Volume's dropping off. I'm looking for a move. I'll be watching Rune up around that area. It's holding the POC quite beautifully all around this area here between 381 and 392. So yeah, and there's a bit of resistance up here at 482. That's back into the overall structure, but the overall target would be $5.40 on Rune. Okay, this is Chainlink. I like Chainlink, highly undervalued. You've got the resistance here coming across the top. Okay, it was in an inverse head and shoulders, popped that, came up, hit the resistance, popped out. My target was already set at $19.13. It came up and hit $18.12. It's now come back down and retested the support line, which was once resistance. Okay, so an SR flipped there, flipped it into resistance, and we're bounced off it. We're now at the 0.23 or 236, or what is it? Let me just see, the 0.236 fib here, right on it, holding it more or less just under its small bit. And yeah, we're just consolidating here now, just above it, and waiting for the next move. Could even be forming a little bull flag here to get us back up to $19.13, which would be up around the 0.382 fib at $19.55. Okay, so this could be forming a little, this is a 4-hour chart, by the way. You might go to 2-hour, might become a bit easier to see. Yeah, so that's forming a little bull flag, I would reckon, which is quite nice. Something like that. And you've your, you've your pole going into it, which should bring us up to $19.13. Again, if Bitcoin, dumps, this baby's going down as well. But I do love Link, and I've been actually accumulating it quite nicely and quite heavily, and I do think it's highly, highly undervalued. All right, so this is Chainlink. All right, so there's a couple of altcoins, guys. We've got Luna, Poker Bridge, Chainlink, and Rune. Just really, really quickly, and the state of the market. I'll do a quick update on Bitcoin. Bitcoin just ranging in and out and all over the place, left, right, up, down. It's just, it's playing its games. So hold tough, be strong. This market will drain you guys, and that's what you don't want. Okay, if you're still in, you will be rewarded. Okay, and if you are buying, dollar cost average in, this could still go down. and have a bit of powder, you know, there, whatever, just to buy in and get the low buys. And I'm telling you, once these pop back up, you'll be amazed. Okay, this is Eco Surf Ireland Crypto. Keep the faith, and I'll be back with the market update. Awesome.